Son, it's so brutal. Come on, little buddy. Water. Water. We need water. So thirsty. Need water. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Freedom! Freedom! Need water. I need water. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, what is this? Oh, mushrooms. Oh, they're the quenchiest. They'll quench ya. I'm quenchy. Woo, mushroom hangovers are no joke, folks. Hello, Oasis, and welcome back. I am that one guy for never, coming at you for our 7th event video today. And because I will be gone next weekend, we are doing an exclusive double event weekend. So today I'm going to have 2 items and 2 dinos that we'll be giving out at the same time. So guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, first up I have for you Cactus Broth. So Cactus Broth is a consumable that came out with the release of Scorched Earth, and this is basically a quality of life item, guys. So when you consume this broth, over 10 minutes, it reduces your water consumption by 50%. It also will increase your heat resistance. And lastly, it kind of acts like ghillie armor. So it partially hides you from wild dinosaurs. So what's kind of unique about that is there's some tames in this game, like the mantis, where you want to be wearing ghillie and having bug repellent. That way you don't spook it and you can passive tame it. You can consume this as well to stack the effects. So it's actually a pretty interesting item. Next I have for you Broth of Enlightenment. So due to player demand, I'm bringing you this item. Broth of Enlightenment was an item that came out with this map as well. So Broth of Enlightenment is a really cool item. So when consumed over a period of 20 minutes, you receive 50% extra XP. So from any source at all, whether you're killing dinos, crafting stuff, or even just shared XP that you get from your tribe mates being nearby. It's a really, really great item for grinding out levels. Now, it also has one other use. So what came out with this map was a creature called the Arthropleura, the centipedes. So this is basically the kibble for taming that creature. It's a pretty unique item. It is a little bit expensive to craft, as you can see up on the screen, but I will be giving this away as part of this event as well. Alright guys, moving right into our Dino Spotlight. So I've made up some pretty interesting things that came from this map for you. So first thing, we're going to talk about the Moratops, or as I like to call them, the camels. So as you can see, bred up some pretty cool colors for you. Witch's Brew, I like to call it, the color combo. So Moratops are a really interesting dino, guys. Basically, think of them as a trike alternative for the desert, but with more functionality. So let's kind of move into what this guy can do. First off, the Moratops has a unique function that its hump stores water. So you're going to see on here 750 out of 750 water is in it right now. All Moratops have the same amount of water, can't be bred any higher. But what you can do here, so I could actually just go over to it, drink the water straight from its hump, or you can go into its inventory and you can put things like canteens, water skins, and as long as there's water in the dino's hump, you right trigger it and it fills it up. And once you have that, basically you can carry that along with you and just be out in the desert here and not have to worry about water for quite a while. Now you can see canteens have a ton of water, but that was 2 canteens and there's still some water left in it. Now to refill this guy, you can do this multiple ways. So first off, I could put the canteen back in it, like let's just say we had extra water on hand, and you could feed it back to it, and there it goes, it's right back in its hump. Or another way we could go about this, which is a little bit more natural, if you happen to find any oasis or wells out there, you can take this guy to them and you can have it replenish it that way. Now, a natural way that you could refill the water in these guys, if there's a water source like the ocean or a river, In other maps, that's easy. Now on this map, that's a little bit harder, so what you're going to want to do is come to one of these wells that you can put down. Now when you go over to the well, as long as there's actually water built up, you're going to notice the camel, he's drinking from this. So he was at 460 before, now he's up to 588, and it just keeps going up. As long as there's water in this well, which you can see it is depleting the number there. Besides its unique function with water, Molaratops are actually a very excellent early game tame, possibly better than Trikes even. With their respectable weight and speed, for their size, these guys are way faster than they look. With a trike, you're quickly going to deplenish your stamina, but these guys are very fast. They're really great for a caravan. Like I said, the carry weight is pretty respectable on these guys, so you can carry quite a bit of stuff. And then on top of it, it's excellent for gathering berries, thatch, wood, silk, and you can even occasionally get rare flowers and rare mushrooms from some of these colored flowers in the desert. And one of the Molaratops' only flaws, guys, is that it is not the best fighter. Like most early game tames, just not the best fighter. It does have decent health and decent melee with a base 32 melee damage. It's okay. You know, as you can see, with no points in melee, it can hold its own, but you're better off running unless you really have to. Next up for you guys, I promised you a second dino, so I have something pretty cool. Ever since the TLC, the Proctoptagon is actually a really cool dino. So let's move into some different things that this guy can do for you. The Proctoptagon is kind of a unique tame. I would kind of classify him as more of a scout than anything else. He does have a bit of a jack-of-all-trade use, which we're going to go into. So first off, Proctoptagon is insanely fast. So very maneuverable, very, very fast. Not quite as fast as your Gallimimus, but definitely can get around with this guy quite well. It can gather berries, thatch as well. So they do gather some berries, as you can see here. They'll also get you cactus sap, and they'll get you thatch as well. Not the strongest tame, but what makes these guys really unique is they're kind of like a hit and run type of thing. So this Daedon here, so really this is kind of out of my league, but what it does have is this left trigger attack, which is kind of like a drop kick. It's pretty awesome. So even things as big as this Molaratops over here, I can just boot the thing all the way back. So just keep pushing them back, get them out of your way, and then just get out of there. So it's really useful. You can use it on pretty big creatures too. It's pretty amazing how functional this particular attack is. Not to mention it's also really fun. Now, on top of its high maneuverability, with the TLC came the unique ability to do an insane jump. So basically the same jump that the Reaper King can do. So if you hold A, cursor will come up, and then super jump. It's absolutely insane. Now, to make that jump more functional, they reduced your falling damage as well. So even if you fell from an insanely high height with that fall, you're still going to take minimal damage. It's honestly a really cool thing to just play around with. Another neat function of this guy is he actually can be boarded by 2 people. So its pouch, you can go over here to passenger seat and board the pouch. So you can have somebody driving this guy while somebody else is in the pouch. Now get this, the person in the pouch can actually equip weapons. I can use weapons while I'm inside of the pouch. Now something pretty neat that you could do with this, let me just go as if I was riding on this. Now if somebody were in the pouch, one of my tribe mates were in the pouch, now imagine we're out here and I've pumped some health into the Proctoptagon so it can tank hits. Got that terror bird over there. So I'm going to aggro it. My tribe mate is going to try to tame this. It's going to narc it. And we're just going to keep backing up. And yeah, eventually it's going to get to us. We're going to take some damage. But it's okay. The thing can take it. So basically my tribe mate is going to be shooting this thing while we just back away from it. Pretty neat. Last but not least, the Proctoptagon is a breeding aid. So this thing can do multiple things in aiding you with breeding. So over here you can see I have some jerboas. and they just had a little baby here. So what this guy can do is if I take the Proctoptagon over to this thing, so I can either hit right stick or I could just go through its menu wheel to pick up something small nearby. But basically what this will do is it will put it in its pouch. Now while it's in its pouch, multiple things happen. So first off, to get the most benefit, you need a mate boosted pair of Proctoptagons. So you want a male and a female, and you want to put it in the female's pouch. That way you're going to get the most benefits from what I'm about to tell you. So first thing that it does is the babies have reduced food consumption when they're carried in the female pouch. Second off, when you go to imprint on the baby, you gain twice the affinity per action while it's held in the pouch. So what this means is, if you got a dino that's pretty difficult, it's going to take a long time to imprint, if you start it off in the pouch, those first 1 or 2 imprints are going to get you along much further than normal. So it can just make your job a little less stressful. You're not, having to really sit there and watch your timer, making sure you're getting it at just the right moment. Now, another interesting thing about this is, as the baby gets bigger, it will auto-eject from the pouch eventually. Now, the Proctoptagon can actually carry quite a number of babies in its pouch. And I'll show you up here on screen that you're going to see quite a few dinos that it can carry. So this guy is pretty interesting. I mean, as you can see, this creature can do quite a few things. Well, thanks again for sticking with us, guys. And as always, like I said, we have these items we'll be giving out at our base. So we have, again, the Cactus Broth, the Broth of Enlightenment, and our dinos for the week are going to be the Morotops and the Proctoptagon, with my Jack-o'-lantern color and Witch's Brew. And as something a little bit secret for the folks that have stuck around with us to the very end, if you're interested in the Jerboa, private message me on Discord saying the word Jerboa, and I'll make sure you get one of these secret dinos as well. Thank you, folks. Can't wait to see you again.